Alright, welcome to Zeek's Garage. We're off on an adventure here. Headed down to look at a truck to possibly bring it home. So gonna grab Kyle, extra driver here, go down, have a look at it, and we'll show you. We'll bring you along. Alright, here we are in Highland, Utah, and here she is in all her glory. It's a 06 heavy duty Silverado 3500 with a 6-liter Vortec. Not Vortec, LS, I guess. She started right up and ran, even after we were scrambling to get jumpers and cords and everything here. So impressive. Was on a trickle charger the whole time, so that helped. But it's a fixer-upper, but it's going to be a great scrap metal truck for us, and going to be a blessing for my family. So we can turn it into a business, collecting some scrap. And the buddy, I'll have to sit down and reiterate the story here, how I ended up with this truck and the family it's coming from. But this is their home, and I wanted to get a little footage here before we left. So there she is. I got Kyle in it. He's gonna drive it home. We've got the driver's side door and front fender are a little rough, and they were kind enough to throw in an extra door and an extra fender and even some wheels for some rollers for my buggy project. So awesome. Today's been a win-win. So we're gonna hit the road with this thing and see if it'll get us back to Riverton, and we'll let you know from there. So check for an update in a few. Alright, we are mobile, headed home with it. She's doing just fine. We haven't lost anything out of the back of it yet. I do have to work on lights and stuff. That's all we got there is one on the headache rack. I don't know if the turn signals work or not. So she is going to be a project, but I think she's going to be a good truck. So we affectionately call this truck Kim. I already have an established relationship with this truck. I've worked for the neighbor who fixed me up with this truck for about 15 years now. He's done scrap metal for as long as I can remember, and I've worked as his pickup driver for a while, for, like I say, about 15 years. And this was the second truck that I was acquainted with driving for him, and I affectionately called this truck Kim after Kim Kardashian because of its hind end being so wide. So we call this truck Kim. I'll probably continue to call this truck Kim, and just because it's fun. Tonight I'm gonna play with Kim a little bit here behind me. The 2006 Silverado I just acquired for a scrap metal truck. Previous owner had bought a door and a fender and a console lid for this thing that need to be replaced, and I'm gonna get busy on that, so follow along. As you can see, this console lid is all jacked up and ready to come off, and when you jump in and throw your arm on this thing, that goes right there on this metal bracket, and it's not comfortable, let's say that. So I'm gonna play with that here first. Okay, I got Squeaker here to help me. It's nice of him to drop by. He's probably gonna tip my camera over. Moved my seat forward, and there's a pin. Squeaker! Sorry about the cat cameo. There's a pin right here that's got to be pulled free. There we go, pulling the pins out. You can see that for the cat in the way. Get down. Get down, Squeakers. And then all this junk comes out. Hey, you need to get off. Okay. Broken lid is off. Thanks for helping, Squeaker Cheese. Well, here's the replacement. There's the old broken one. And here's the one that Ron had picked up at the wrecking yard. But looking at it, it's broken here. And the loops that you need to run that pin through, see how this one has the loop in it, and for the eyelet for the cross pin right there, they're missing off of this one. They've been broken off. And this one doesn't have the padded underneath and all of that, so I'm just gonna toss both of these. And Amazon offers one of these for about $35, so I'm just gonna get one of them coming from Amazon. And in the meantime, that's gonna be way more friendly on the elbow. Just this nice surface instead of all the jagged pieces of steel and stuff poking up there. So that'll work for a little bit. Good morning and welcome back to Zeek's Garage. Today I'm gonna do a little bit of work on the scrap truck. Gonna start with that console lid, I think, get that all swapped out. And then needs a few other things like the water pump and whatnot. So we might start on the water pump, but it's it's rainy and it's 45 degrees in Salt Lake City right now, so not the best doing a water pump outside weather. So, and it's not like I need to do this thing today, so maybe that's a project for another day, and I've got plenty of projects around here. So let's start with that console and see what happens. Okay, this is the console lid. This is the water pump. Good old Amazon purchases. Amazon was cheaper than even a wholesale price at O'Reilly, so I bought it through Amazon. Gates water pump, can't complain about that. I really had to put these shocks on the K5 Blazer today. That's been on my list for way too long, so we can see if we can get to that. But hey, let's do this first. Let's work on this console. All right, I just opened the old Amazon box here, and for $35, I'm pretty impressed. Brand new console lid. It came with a new bracket, a new spring, and a new shaft, so I can throw all of this old junk off of the old one away. That's kind of nice. Let's get her installed. Okay, this was a bit of a fire drill, so I've kind of pre-assembled it with my springs already in here. The curved ends go up into these brackets. I've started this with the pin in the hole there. I just need to do the old taparoo and line everybody up. So get the spring in the hole. Get that one in the hole. Okay. There we go. Man, could almost use another set of hands here. Spring's not cooperating. There we go. Now if I can get the pin. All right. I think we're about there. Alright, yeah, we're good. It's all the way through. And I stopped with the knurls sticking out there, so we put the bottom of it back on. Like and so. Let's just pop in place. All right. Hey, just like that, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go, brand new. Springs they're adequate. You don't want it to go flipping right up on you there, so cool, done. So now I'm gonna move on to getting this door off. So I've seen videos on YouTube where that bolt, and that bolt are the only 3 bolts that hold this on, but then you got to get in here and undo the wiring from back behind this panel, and it goes up and down and all over the place. So I'm going to pull that panel and check into the wiring first, and then I'm going to have to pull this panel and pull the mirror. It's my new used door doesn't have a mirror on it, so we'll be swapping that over too. So let's get going on that. Okay, I've got the mirror bolt access panel off, and I pulled this guy down here. It's on the kick panel. Now this is the connector I have to undo. It looks like this one and the big one behind it here, and then just chase the wiring out through the opening here, and then wherever this one goes up to in the fuse panel here. Okay, that's pretty easy. Just unclip that there. So let me get that handled. Okay, update. I've got it all out. It's just one connector there. It goes through this hole here, and it's the one little lead that comes up through here and then plugs right into the fuse panel there. The rest of this stuff you don't even need to tamper with there, so none of that got messed with. So as far as the electrical goes, that's done. So it looks like I just have 3 10mm bolts now, and we can lift this door off. Okay, so it's super handy that the 10mm socket that you need for the bolts here in the hinges is the same that you need for the mirror. So mirror's off, and this guy's ready to come off. So I'm gonna see if I can get you guys in, get this in frame here, and I'll see if I can kill myself lifting this off by myself here. Nope, I'm gonna go grab some help. Sometimes you just need a little help that's cuter than you are. All right. See if we can get this thing off of here. We just gotta kind of wrangle and lift up, so let's go lean it against the blazer here. Okay. Here we go. On with I'd like to thank Matt's Off-Road for sponsoring the new door. No, I'm just kidding. It's his color though. Totally came with the truck. Not a sponsor. For that very reason, we don't have to fix wires. Awesome. Glad I got a spare. How the hell am I going to hang on to this thing? Put it up flush in the hole. I'm binding against the fender. The fender's got to come off anyway. So I think we're on. Yay. Holy hell, that was fun. We got it. Now I'll put my pins back in, my bolts back in. Well, there it is. That wasn't too bad. Just lining up the hinges and hanging the thing was the worst. It's too bad I broke the handle off of it doing it. Now I gotta tear the whole thing down, but we got the mirror on it too, and boy, it's tight. But I got this fender too because of the rust in it right here. So I have this fender to replace too, so I'll adjust that jam up when I hang that fender on it. But there it is. It's got a Matt's Off-Road yellow door. We just need a Matt's Off-Road sticker for it, huh? And we need a Zeek's garage sticker for it. That's what we need. So, doors installed. We're gonna vacuum this thing because it's a mess. Caps on it. Both sides here. Guess I'll practice on this door, start ripping this one apart. The wife and I have been scrubbing door panels for at least an hour. They were all just greasy, like this one here. This is the one I took off and replaced. This is just to give you a good idea of what we were dealing with, because I failed to get some before and afters. Well, I'm doing the afters, but look at this. These rear doors were just caked. And they're amazingly clean now. Combination of Lysol disinfectant rags and engine degreaser. Walk around and show you this other side. Here's the other rear door. Just amazingly clean now. Even sanded some of the heavy scratches and scars. Here's the other driver's door to give you an idea what that other one looks like and what this one looks like now. Cindy's the Energizer Bunny here, starting to work on the kick panels that are about as filthy as the doors were. We're gonna have to work on the dash, but we'll get it.
Too bad.
We'll clean it up. I think we're about done. There's some nasty spots there, but I think we're about ready to call it a night. Alright, the radio works. Turn that down so we don't get in trouble with YouTube. Okay, I gotta pull codes because I gotta check engine light. Figure out what I'm doing here. Well, I keep getting a communication error, so that's not good. I wonder if the fuse is blown or something for the OBD2. I'll have to check into that. Alright, Cindy's gonna scrub on these headlights tonight. This is the passenger side before, driver's side before. They're pretty cloudy, so didn't want to forget to get some befores this time. Okay, we're using WD-40 toothpaste and my polishing guy on my drill and some elbow grease, and they're looking better. Boy, they're They're looking way better than this one over here. So we're getting them there. These are pretty far gone, but we'll keep working on them. So we're busy checking headlights, marker lights, all that stuff, and got to the wipers. Wipers are working, but no washer pump. Could hear it pumping, so we put washer fluid in it because it was bone dry, and it runs clear through. So I'm trying to recoup some of what I poured in there, and I guess we're gonna put a washer tank on this thing. Alright, I started removing this fender. I've got the inner fender skirt out. I've got the battery and the tray out and the broken washer reservoir out. I still gotta undo the mounts here for the hood and stuff, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm gonna wait to do this until I have a little more better weather. So I guess that's as far as I'm gonna get. We'll probably call it a night tonight. Okay, I was able to score me a new washer bottle today at the O'Reilly. It's like 45 bucks, not bad. So I'm gonna get it in this hole. I'll probably replumb the washer hose with some of the clear stuff that's in here. Whoops. Since that stuff's old and brittle, I'll replumb it with some of this, and we'll get on with it here. Well, of course, they set you up for failure. As soon as I cut this off, the new size hose is the same diameter, so it won't just slide over or, you know, make any of that work. So off to my shop, my spare parts. Oh, here's Squeaker Cheese, guys. There he is. You say hi to everybody. My spare parts collection, I have a bunch of this. That's the hose that came with the washer bottle. But I have a bunch of these plastic fittings for hooking washer hose or vacuum hose or whatever together. This collection came with hose, and all of these fittings you see here for like $30 on Amazon. I've had this for a while, and it's come in and saved my bacon numerous times. So I suggest you get one if you don't have one of these, if you're doing this kind of work from time to time, because it just saved me another trip to the store. Okay, this is taking a little while. There's bolts everywhere in this thing, especially getting this fuse box apart and out of the way. But sorry, I haven't been the best at filming. The hood's sketchily standing here waiting to knock me on the head. But there's the new old one, and here's the old one. Getting ready to slide these back into place and figure a few things out here. So all right, look at that, it's installed. I still need to button up this inner fender skirt with some clippies, but and put the battery tray back in. I painted the battery tray because it was all nasty rusty. So but yeah, all of those, I couldn't believe all the bolts in this fender. It was crazy. They don't want it to go anywhere, that's for sure. So anyway, we're 2 panels of yellow on this thing now. I guess I'll find me some gold that semi-matches and paint some of this up so it doesn't look so crazy. But that's what Ron was on his way to do, so in honor of him, here it is. Alright, when I did this fender swap, I didn't finish the inner wheel well piece here. So here's another Amazon purchase, just these little Christmas tree type guys. I'm just gonna pop them back in this inner fender here. If I get the holes to line back up.